All right, everybody. Here we have I think like a late 50s, maybe early 60s General Electric portable battery operated solid state thing. Uh, I believe this is the precursor to the Super Radio. I know that these are considered very good performers, and I saw one that said that it was a Super Radio. Now, not necessarily the super radio that we all know and love, but it's dad, grandpa, great grandpa, I don't know. Still have to do some research on this one. So, yeah. It is complete, but I'm not going to say that it's in good shape. Everything slides as it should, except for tuning, which can move one way but not the other way. See that? So we'll have to look at that. It's got a button for a dial light. That's kind of cool. Don't see that very much. I think they made these for several years, like going from 58 or 59 all the way up to 65 or 66. So yeah, we'll be able to know when this specific one was built when we open it up and look at the IF cans, because the IF cans have date stamps on them. A little hard to read, they're not super obvious, but they're always there. So yeah. Showing the back again. I mean, it doesn't look like the rodents got in it, but can't say much better about it. This is ready to split, literally. It's got a metal band between the two here, so we can remove this and just use the metal handle. All good. But anyways, yeah, let's get the back off of this and see the inside. I hear that these are really well built. I got a couple things to mention here. One is that the washers are still on the screws, so that's actually a good sign. Second is a not so good sign, which is, hear that? Shaking and rattling. That's not good. But hopefully nobody's been in here tampering with it. The battery compartment, I had a look, and it actually was clean. So, yeah, or at least clean from what I could see. This one also has the washer on it. That's cool. Back just comes off like that. And there's the inside. Very, very well built, like almost transoceanic level build quality. It's pretty cool. See what was rattling around. Sunflower seed. Okay, could be worse. Could be pieces of plastic or electrical parts or something. I'll take sunflower seeds. Especially because I don't see any other real signs of mice other than that. Oh. This just came off. It looks like part of a dial light assembly. So yeah, let's have a gander at this. Well, I couldn't spot any date codes on the IF cans. I guess they're not that brand, but see that 042 down there on the tuning condenser? That's a date. 42nd week of 1960. So we got a 1960 on the bench. And we do have a 3-gang tuning condenser. So yeah, we have Japanese capacitors, but everything else is made in USA. So kind of like that kind of cross period era. Check out this like insulating wire. That's still pretty rubbery. That's still pretty all right. Going up to the huge antenna, which is very large. It's a very hefty antenna. This whole thing is hefty. I mean, this is metal. Even this. You know, look at that. That's some thick stuff. On the inside of this, we have made in USA in Utica, New York, most likely. So yeah. This is still healthy. This little plastic bit here and the one to pull the batteries out. Let's get some voltage on this. Well, it's filled up with 6 marginal quality D cells from that lantern and then some that I just kind of found around. So let's see if it works. I hear something. Sounds awake. Hear that? Sounds lovely. Hear that? It's trying to do something. I just don't know what. So this one's dead right here. It shows 346 millivolts even. The rest of these are all between 1.5 and 1.6 volts. So the rest of these are all good. It's just this one. And I guess it could make that much of a difference. One completely dead battery. I don't know. Well, I located this very old Duracell. Read 1.2 volts. Sure as hell a lot better than 300 millivolts. Look at that. Look at the difference in age. I don't know if that's expiration or manufacture. Because if it's expiration, then this battery could be like over 15 years old. This would be about 12 or 5 or 7 to 12 years old. All right, let's see if that did the trick. Well, it's definitely better. Now all these batteries should be good enough for it to work normally, so we got other problems. All right, here goes nothing. Oh yeah, that's cool. And of course we got civil defense markings at 640 and 1240 kilocycles. Those are the stations you would tune to in the event of a nuclear attack. This is mandatory for all radios built between 53 and 63. So yes, GE P780, existential dread built right in. And now I've got that huge capacitor in there jumped to this little guy right here, which they are the same value. So that's how much technology has changed, I guess. You can hear a little difference, but not much. Probably still be best to change that one anyway. Yeah, it's definitely capacitors that are bad. Listen to this. It gets way louder. Yeah. Japanese capacitors are not good. So, yeah, it needs a recap. Well, I found out what all of these little doodads are here. Broken pieces of plastic. They were the other side of this right here, the antenna holder. So, yeah, you can see what's left of it down there. So, yeah, it's unfortunate, but it's still on there. Look at the swirly plastic on the back of that dial pointer. I'm guessing they were just using the cheapest but stronger-ish plastics on that. Doesn't matter what color, obviously, so you can just mix them. So yeah, that's kind of cool. It's kind of, I would say that that's kind of groovy, but this is a little before groovy. Okay, so I had a moderate to severe temper tantrum because the dial cord snapped. So that's not good. But I took the entire thing apart, studied it, and I restrung the dial cord on this. I think I got it to where it works. This is about the, come on, baby, don't you love me no more? See the spot where I tied it there? I think I got it to where it's working-ish. This thing just always doesn't like to go one way. Like if you're going up, sorry I'm like shaking so much. If you're going up on the dial, it just does not want to go for some reason. And I put an extra turn in this right here, so it's tighter. I need to do something with tensioning, and that's actually how I broke the dial cord in the first place, is I was trying to tension it. And yeah, so I'll figure something out. Well, I lied. I took it all apart once again and restrung it, but with a little bit of electrical tape right here to hold some tension on it, and now it works flawlessly. So all I had to do was pull all my hair out, say a few swear words, and then pace back and forth in the room. So yes, a dial cord can be repaired. This isn't the first time I've done it. Hopefully it's the last, but I mean, I don't think it'll be the last time I ever do this. So yeah, repaired dial cord, finally. Only took an hour and a half. Wait, no. 45 minutes, sorry. Yeah, only took 45 minutes. God, it feels like an hour and a half, though.
Out there, that's going to get all the way to the fence. Digging for second base.
Okay, so the dial cord's done. I did a little boo-boo, but I don't mind it. When I turn the knob this way, dial moves this way. When I turn the knob that way, dial moves that way. GEs from this era actually have a tendency to have been like that from the factory. So I don't know. I know that this dial cord was not tampered with before me. However, I don't think anyone will really bat an eye to that, because if you know GEs from the late 50s, early 60s, they do flip the dial cord. Philco did that too. So yeah, just don't look too hard. Well, was it capacitors? Is it something else? Well, let's find out. Sounds more awake. That needs to be cleaned. I also adjusted the dial pointer.
WJMC, Rice Lake.
Or not. I guess it's still off, but... Whoa, that thing sounds good.
WJMC Sports presents Rice Lake Warriors Softball, the Mosaic Technologies Game of the Week. Today's game is brought to you by Mosaic Technologies, S.C. Swiderski, Diamond Designs by Bodas, Dairy State Bank, Two Rivers Account, Olympic Fitness.
It's got a really nice sound to it.
Motors.com, and by Hack Orthodontic. Today's game also brought to you by Care Sanitation, ADRC, Winkley Orthodontics, Cumberland
This is your
Healthcare,
tone.
Schmitz's Economart, Under Air Heating.
I'm excited to use this at night.
Asher Lasting Exteriors, Hometown Mac.
I don't know what station that is. That's a good sign that this is a good performer.
It didn't like pop off at him. It's like,
This is usually a benchmark for when you got a pretty decent performer, and this is coming in crystal clear.
get ejected. That was aggressive.
More stuff coming in. For the record, here's the time, 5:45 p.m. So yeah, nowhere near, nighttime when the stations would be boosting their wattage.
Donald Trump's deportation agenda, but when
Oh my gosh, this is a good performer.
years, and how the
Ran out of money. I got all I could.
Oh, I see. You've had enough.
I have all the names written out. Peralta, Priester, Patrick, Quintana, Savale. Ashby and DL Hall are then the
This
two
is probably
long-running
710
options. And then you
WLW
have this group of Brandon
out of
Woodruff, Nestor
Ohio,
Cortez,
and
Logan
I am
Henderson, and
in
Tobias
Rice
White,
Lake,
guys who are
Wisconsin.
available or would be available at some point.
Because knowing how
They
far
don't
off the dial
know how
pointer
to
is, that would make
make that
sense.
fit.
Quality propane and fuels has been the trusted.
I think this is probably 600 out of Chicago, I think.
Even during power outages, trust the team at Quality Propane.
This thing's just gonna light up at nighttime. Only problem that I have with it is that this is kind of hard to grab.
Got a great lips.
I heard the knob snap. That's
In the conversation he had with Swiderski, where we take care of things so you don't have to. Exciting news, SC Swiderski Shatek is coming soon. Find your next apartment at Live.
So yeah, we got a really hot performer here.
Warriors. SC Swiderski, go to...
All who love you. Within you, all you need. Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life you have.
Okay, so this is 1240 WJMC out of Rice Lake. So I need to move the dial pointer to the middle of the triangle because that triangle is at 1240. And just to compare, in the same conditions, here's AM right here. 1, 2. 2 stations. This thing probably got, I don't know, 10 to 12. Wow. Well, here it is. It's pretty much done, at least for now. I took the leather part of the handle off. It's a pretty good sounding radio. It's got a nice tubby bass and some crisp highs. All good. Dial light works. Oh, they couldn't really see it there. A lot of stuff is being glued together right now. The handle, this up here, it like loops around these pieces of metal here, and super gluing that right now. It's drying. This knob kind of cracked apart, as I found out when I was taking a closer look at it. And so it's being glued back together. It wasn't like broken, but it was cracking. So it's kind of marinating, I guess. This isn't original here, but I'll probably keep it for now, this little knob. None of the ones online are like that. They would have all had one just like this. So, yeah. One thing I see is that these are like really pricey for some reason. These are completed listings. Like, people really like these, or they're really sought after, and I think it's because they're such good performers. So yeah, I mean, 120 plus 20 shipping and 150 plus 25 shipping, like that's almost $200 for one of these. So yeah, people like these. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to take this out to the woods to really benchmark it. Pretty neat little radio, 1960 General Electric model P780. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.